One. Hello and welcome back to Dokkan When Tier List Ranking Time. Man, good thing I was talking loud enough. I don't think anybody heard the atrocious sound that was happening.
Rankings. Woo!
My baby burp.
I am joined today still by Dale. Say hi, Will.
Hello.
And Will. Say hi, Dale.
There's another one for you that you couldn't cover. What's up?
But, alright, we left off last time just because we got 2 hours in. We're going to probably have another 2-hour one unless we can somehow magically finish this tier list today. I do not think so. We have 65 characters left. We're going to do our...
Yeah, we got a lot of people left.
I believe in us.
I mean, I will do our absolute best. It's just, we got to make sure Will doesn't sit there and talk about the units like he normally does.
Oh, yeah, go on and on, talking about how it's on different teams and yada, yada, yada. Yeah.
But before we actually do this, go further in. I was talking to you guys very briefly, and neither one of you know what's going on in Global right now, right?
Nope, because I just downloaded it.
I just checked it out, and, wow.
Okay, for those who do not know that are listening to this, because I know people out there that do not check the news, and that's perfectly fine. I typically don't check the news either. But, Dokkan is now introducing a, support memories, at least in the actual in-game files. However, that has entirely crashed the game. The Legendary Goku event, Infinite Dragon Ball History, Super Battle Road, the Hero Extermination event, a lot of story events are taken down because of the severity of this. And if you use an item in-game, the game crashes. And it is... it's going on 3 days now of the game doing this. And hopefully, because Saiyan Day is coming up in 6 days. 6 days exactly from today. Today is the 12th of March. 2 days before my birthday. So, 6 days we're going to have Saiyan Day. And if this is not fixed by Saiyan Day, there's one big thing that's going to happen. We're going to lose a lot of people because the game right now is unplayable for new players. Excuse me.
I hope they fix it. I mean, I really thought today was the Ides of March, and I was like, oh, that's not good for this.
Yeah.
We kind of need them to fix it, or else this game is gonna go on a downward slope of death.
It's going to be worse than the Super Saiyan 4 and Gogeta and Omega debacle of, 2016?
Sure.
2017.
It was 20...
I think.
Whenever they had no leader skills, except this. Like let's take Dale as just...
It definitely wasn't my graduation year. I remember that much.
Let's take Dale as a prime example. If Dale goes into a hard event... Or no, Jax, because Jax actually has it and very seldomly plays. At least according to me, he says he plays from time to time. If he plays and gets, let's say, pulls a brand new Bojack, his team is not strong enough to go beat an event no item. So in order for him to Dokkan Awaken that Bojack, he needs items to go beat the event. But what happens if you use an item? Will, what happens?
It literally takes you to your home screen of your phone.
Yeah, the game crashes. This is...
Do you want me to tell you what will happen? Because I know what will happen.
We lose people.
No. He gets very angry, and he will yell about it. So...
This because I've seen a lot of people griping. We're not the biggest Dokkan group. I know that for a fact. I'm not saying we are, but some people listen to us, and me, do not like it because I've been grinding links. I can't even go do some more testing on units. Like with the brand new EZA that came out on Globals. I cannot go test them in the good events because those events are gone. And I'm not going to sit there and go through running out of stamina to keep going and then wait a whole other day to do it. So, Global needs to get their shit together.
Right.
And speaking of getting their shit together, we got to continue on our tier list. We got to get our stuff together and get this finished. And our next unit, Will, do you have this unit, Easy Aid?
No, but Dokkan Wiki does, baby.
Okay.
Okay, so we are starting with Int Super Saiyan God SS Vegeta, correct?
Yes. Ooh, a brownie.
Okay, so this is Passion of Warrior Race, Super Saiyan God SS Vegeta. His leader skill is Intelligence type key, +3, and then all stats plus 120%. His super attack causes immense damage to enemy and raises attack and defense by 50% for 3 turns. And his passive is extreme class enemies attack and defense minus 20%, and high chance, which should be 50%, of stunning the enemy when attacking extreme class enemies. Attack plus 120%, Realm of God category superclass allies plus 100, not 100, plus 50%.
1, it's a mouthful. 2,
yes.
I'm sure you guys heard about my teams I've taken on to Extreme Super Battle Road. I've told you at least in my situation, the best teams to take for debuffing. This Vegeta, his passive makes him already really high up. His passive itself, I would put him in an A rank just based on passive. The support, the debuff, his own attack being monstrous as it is, I would put him as an A. You count into the factor what does super attack do again? I'm in link leveling right now. I thought I had this finished, but what's his super attack effect again?
His super attack causes immense damage.
Oh, he doesn't?
And then raises attack and defense plus 50% for 3 turns.
That's where it is. Okay. That's what I was thinking. I was like, okay. Okay, and that right there combined with it, makes him offensively monstrous and defensively monstrous. So you can count his debuffing makes him even more so. So, I don't know about you two, but I am comfortable putting him in an A. Just because of his whole kit.
Yeah, I'm comfortable with putting him in A.
That's fine by me.
I personally wish if they did it, he had like a crit. He basically had a guarantee. If the only thing that'd make him more broken, actually make him better, is if he had a crit against time travelers saga enemies. Like, because this is the super attack he uses whenever he decimates Goku Black.
Yeah.
So if they did that, I'd guarantee I would put him in an S, no doubt. Hideo, you know what? I'm not even gonna ask. I don't think you have him. Easy Aid. The Trunks?
Trunks?
Yeah.
I may actually.
Oh, really? Wow.
He either has this
My game will stop fucking up.
Yeah, and the game is running a lot slower too, so, you know.
It really is.
It takes about a minute to actually log into the main screen.
Oh, let me find him. Do I have him Easy Aid? Is this a real thing?
Well, we're about to see.
I don't.
Didn't think so. Okay.
I got him 120, baby, but I just don't have him.
You know, if we're going based on it, hey, Will, I'm still stuck in the thing. Can you get him up really quick?
Yes.
Okay. I'm doing link levels, and I thought I had this finished. I guess I apparently did another one earlier.
Mm-hmm. Do you need me to go through them?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yeah, you might as well.
So this is Super Intelligence, Blade of Hope and Dreams, Super Saiyan Trunks, and it's Future Trunks. It's Super Class, Key +3, and all stats plus 100%. He causes immense damage to enemy and greatly lowers defense. Raises Super Class allies' attack by 30% for 1 turn. And you're going to have to bear with me through this passive. He changes Strength Key Spheres to Int Key Spheres. Attack and defense plus 20% per Key Sphere obtained. randomly changes key spheres of a certain type, not including the strengthened int key spheres, to rainbow key spheres when there is a Realm of Gods category enemy. Attacks effective against all types with 7 or more key spheres obtained.
Not bad. Will, what do you think of him? Like, right, I don't know if you have him easy 8 or not, so you can't say, as far as I know, you don't know his performance. I don't know, we don't know everything about each other's games. The one thing we all know is I have the units easy 8, and that's all I know.
Yeah. So, I liked this card before he was easy aid, back in the day, and I assume that I would like him now. I just personally don't like key sphere changers.
Really?
I don't know. It's just a weird gimmick. It's not like I don't like them. It's just if I have another unit, I'm gonna run the other unit on my team for more consistency.
Fair enough.
But that being said, he's gonna be changing a lot of key spheres to int and rainbow. So if you're going against a Realm of Gods category enemy, you're going to get that effective against all types almost every single time.
Right, and effective against all types, for those who do not know out there, are basically, as opposed to doing 400,000 damage, it does 600,000. It's the second hardest hitting thing next to the crit. That's why units that have both, like Super Saiyan 4 Bardock, is technically could be counted as a hard hitter because he has both of them at once. Dale, what do you think of him?
Of Trunks?
Yeah, the info.
I like him the way I don't have him easy 8, of course, but I like him right now. I fucking love him. So
okay,
I would think, I don't know, he probably belongs in like A or B with A with his father or a high B.
A with his father or B with a bitch. But okay, Will made mention of key sphere changing and him not liking that as a gimmick. And me personally, I've expressed this. I do not like nuking units unless there's something to build from. So,
yeah,
this Trunks, 20% attack and defense per key sphere obtained, is not bad. But, say if you only he has no built-in defense. So yes, he can hit hard theoretically. I've had him hit hard.
Theoretically.
But,
Theoretically. The theoretical Greek hero.
Theoretically, it's a brother of, well, actually. That's a joke that not everybody's gonna get. But,
You said of who?
Fucking well, actually.
See, not everybody's gonna get the joke. Will's part of the group, and he doesn't even know the joke. But,
if y'all want to get the joke, listen to an amazing podcast called Dungeons and Daddies.
Exactly.
I'm not going to tell you
I'm not caught up.
Listen to it. I'm not going to tell you when to listen to it. Just listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking powerbomb the whole thing. It's amazing.
You have to tell them when to listen to it. Listen to it after you're done with our Dokkan when, please. Just please.
Yeah. Listen to it after you're done, but I'm not going to tell you when in the podcast Will actually shows up.
But anyway, if Trunks had at least 50% defense naturally to him, I would put him higher. I'd probably have him. I'd be comfortable with an A, but with him not having it, you have situations where you get unlucky with orb changing. Like he changes 2 orbs and no rainbows. Sure, he can get a super attack, but he's not going to be doing a whole lot for himself. His best aspect outside of his passive is at 30% attack support. But I would have to go with kind of Dale. I'd have to put him in a B. I like the Trunks, but with it, he's too RNG heavy if you actually understand the true meaning of it.
RNGesus, baby.
Will, are you
I'm good with B.
Okay.
That's why I actually put him before we did all this discussion.
Okay. And then I got this next one. Actually, Dale, do you have this one?
Who is it?
Intelligence at Easy A Kid Boo.
Intelligence, Easy A, Kid Boo. You're gonna have to give me a minute. I'm summoning for this new Bojack.
You know what? I'll do Kid Boo while you This Bojack banner is atrocious.
It really is with what I just pulled.
I'm not summoning until year 6.
I'm waiting on Saiyan Day.
I did, however, pull another one of the support coolers. So
Oh, the strength one?
no, the intelligence one. I said the support cooler, not the regular cooler.
Oh, metal cooler.
Yeah.
Okay. Because strength cooler is a support cooler.
And it's a good thing you're taking this one over because it's Intelligence Kid Boo, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't have Intelligence Kid Boo.
Okay.
You don't have him?
Mm-mm.
Dang.
Like I said, Will, Dale doesn't play as avidly as you and I do. At least as avidly as you do. I played, Anyway, Kid Boo.
Here's the thing. I don't play as avidly, and I don't have near as good luck.
Well.
Yeah, I remember the year 3 Vegito banner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, count that with every other banner, too.
But anyway.
Oh, man.
Kid Boo, he's a 120 Neo God lead. He now goes to Extreme Int, Key plus 3, all stats plus 130, Super Int, 3 key and 90% attack to all stats. Raises attack and defense for 1 turn, cause immense damage to enemy, and recovers 12% HP. So he's a unit you want built with a little more additional, I would personally say. Passive. He naturally gets 100% attack, plus an additional 70% attack and defense when HP is 30% or more. Majin Power category, Extreme Class Allies Key plus 1 when HP is 50% or more, and Extreme Class Allies Key plus 1 when HP is 70% or more. So, Kid Boo went from being the worst key leader in the game, as one who used him back in the day. It was so hard to get him key, just because Boos were originally, before the link level update, were built with like 1 key link, and that's, I think, 1, maybe 2 at most, and so even then it's hard to get 4 keys sometimes. But this Boo had a huge freaking glow up from what he used to be. He was already able to hit hard numbers. He was hitting hard numbers beforehand. Now, he's hitting those numbers. He's defensive. That raises attack and defense for 1 turn, that's a 20%. That may not seem like much, but this Boo can get to around, I think, 130% defense, 130k defense on a team without defensive support. Have him linked up with Buhan and LR Boo tanks. He is good. I'm not going to say anything about it. He is good. His 12% recovery has saved me more than once because, double super, that's 24% HP up. And now with his EZA giving himself 2 key, if you have that 2 key, that 2 key link beforehand, he's just 2 key away, and that's a whole lot easier to get. So I would put this Boo in A. I was originally thinking S, but if we put Boo in S, his big flaw is basically his HP restrictions. If you fall below that, he's not as good, but that's the only reason he's not going in S, at least in my belief. Don't know about these two, but
I don't have a dog in the fight, so I don't. You can put them wherever you feel like.
William?
Yeah, I think A is perfect.
Okay. He's a good unit. I truly love Kid Boo. He's probably my favorite extreme type. You know what? We'll go back in our normal circle. Will, merge Zamasu?
Merge Zamasu. Okay, so this is Tech. Merge Zamasu. His leader skill is Extreme Class. Extreme Class. Key plus
Extreme Death.
And all stats plus 100%. His super is causes immense damage to enemy and greatly lowers defense. Raises extreme class allies attack by 30% for 1 turn. And his passive is super class enemies attack and defense minus 20%. Attack plus 140%. And super class allies attack minus 7%. Realm of Gods category extreme class allies plus defense plus 50%.
Ooh, that was a spicy bite
So-
of coleslaw. Okay, so what do you think about him, Will?
Well, I mean, he right off the bat, he's got 140% attack buff in his passive.
Okay,
Started off with a hit.
he does start
The
out with a
only-
hit.
And then it's kind of like a little jab back at him for the superclass allies minus 10%, but in all reality, you don't really run this guy unless it's on like Patara with superclass generally.
Realm of Gods.
Yeah, but I mean, even then, he's gonna be paired up with a Goku Black character,
Yeah.
be it Rose or something else. So that has little impact for me. And then he gives that defense to his allies on Realm of Gods. So I like him.
Dale?
I don't touch the dumpster fire that is Zamasu or Goku Blacks, so I don't.
He's
I don't
just
have
a
anything.
hater.
I thought you
Don't
liked
listen
Goku
to
Black.
him. Dale's
I don't
just
think
a
I do.
hater, man.
Okay. One thing that is similar to this is he built a lot like the intelligence Vegeta. And we know where the Vegeta was put. He was put in A for anyone who's just, who may not have heard us say A. He is an A. Zamasu cannot get, I'm not going to put in A. I refuse to put him in A. His only...
I don't think he's a either.
He does a debuff, which is fine. He gives himself a lot of attack, which is also fine. But he debuffs allies, and like Will said, he's mostly going to be linked up with Goku Black or a Zamasu unit. However, you're not always going to have the situation where that is the case. You're going to have, let's take if you're me, I will have, let's say, Gogeta Vegito, Beerus Whis, and Goku Zamasu, or Goku Black Zamasu. And it's literally whatever is set up first becomes the rotation. That's just a random team I literally just thought of, but that's kind of the situation. If this one is set in stone first, this is one rotation. Whichever one happens first is the rotation I pick. So, that is a big debuff on him. That 10% stacks up. And even if he's a floater and you get unlucky and have him on the wrong rotation, that is not bueno. At all bueno. That he has no natural defense. He is not... His 50% defense... It does not... It may sound good, but it does not. He does not stack defense in a super. He has no built-in aside for that. He is a glass cannon like he has been from day one. Like his original passive. He gave himself 120% attack. He had no defense, and that's kind of what he was stuck with. He has sort of defense, but he's still squeamish compared to, heck, even the Int Vegeta. And we can compare those two together because they're built somewhat similar, at least passive-wise. So I would put him at a B, a very low B. Just for his whole kit.
Yeah.
Offensively, he's an A, but you can't just go based on offense.
Yeah.
So are we all fine with B?
Sure.
Yes.
Dale, I know you have this. Were you about to say something, Will?
No, I'm good.
Dale, I know you have this unit. Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku. I know you have him.
Are you sure I have him?
I'm 102% sure because I remember griping at you for not farming up a super.
Which Angel Goku, by the way?
Tech. Super Saiyan 3.
Oh, it may help if I have it by type and not by acquired. I do have him, and you know what's funny? I don't have him TUR'd.
Well, I guess it's a good thing you can just tap the thing and tap the growth.
Alright, so...
This is what we deal with Dale. Dale's like, I have the thing. Have you done anything with him? No.
No? Because I like my select characters and I don't touch anyone but them.
What does this Goku do, Dale?
In his 120,
Yes.
he is a super tech key plus 3 HP attack and defense plus 120. Extreme tech key plus 1 and HP attack and defense plus 20 back when they or plus 50 back when they were doing that bullshit. And his super attack is Twin Dragon Fist, causes immense damage to enemy, and has a rare chance to stun. So like a 5% chance to stun.
25%.
You know, fun. Is it 25?
Yes, I believe 25 is... this was actually made in the day when it was 25%. This hasn't got the update, so whenever this actually does get the update, that's actually what you're supposed to get now. Unless it did kick in, I don't think it has because of all those dilemmas that have gone on. He only has a 25% chance to crit, stun.
Okay. His passive is Shaking Strength, attack plus 120, and attack plus 20 per Rainbow Key Sphere obtained. So he gets a built-in attack plus 120, plus 20% for every Key Sphere obtained.
Rainbow Key Sphere. That's very unique. That's very
Rainbow Key Sphere.
So Dale, since you read him, what do you think about him just based off passive? Since you haven't used him, obviously.
Since I haven't used them, just reading him, it seems like he'd be good if you could get enough Rainbow Spheres.
Interesting. Well, sorry.
Yeah, I don't know how he'll do. I mean, I like my other Super Saiyan 3 Goku, so
okay.
I don't know if that means I'll like this one, but
and at least I know Will has used him at least once, because I remember I was doing something a long time ago. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I used him back in the day when he first came out.
Well,
I used him recently too,
mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna be completely honest. I hate him.
Ooh, contentious.
I hate him so much.
Why?
I just don't like him. He's another gimmicky unit to me. Like, yeah, if the stars aligned, he could hit this crazy number like you see on like YouTube videos on why Goku is a good card, blah blah blah. Yeah, if the stars aligned. Stars don't align every rotation.
If the rainbows sync.
So I just don't like him. I would rather use
betrayals.
somebody else.
And that makes sense. What were you saying, Dale?
I said top 10 anime betrayals.
And this is why Goku glares at you in the Super Saiyan 3 form, Will. Okay.
Hey, I just got the new Bojack.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Okay.
The background was all weird and purple, and the comet was blue instead of red. Oh, shit, I got Kale too.
That is a Goku Black Rift.
Ah.
Dale didn't know what the hell was going on with those colors. Hey, look, pretty colors. Hey, look, pretty man.
Pretty colored.
Pretty man. Oh, man, he's buff.
No way, that just happened.
Good thing we got that.
I've never got that before. I don't know what it was. I kind of thought I summoned on a friend summon there for a minute.
Oh, boy.
Oh, man.
Okay, Goku has his big, and I mean all capitals, BIGG, big problem. Lack of defense.
Yup.
Wow, like every Goku.
Not every Goku, but we haven't gotten to those good Gokus yet. He has a very low defense stat at 96.52. Yeah, no, 96.25. And if I put him on defense, low, let's just say highest to lowest, he's way down here. He's way down here. There are free to play units that have higher defense than him. Yeah, he's not even top 40. He's low defense, and that makes him though he hits hard, he can hit hard. You do not want to use him in a actual hard hitting event unless you know for sure he will get the kill. Because if he does not get the kill, they will get the kill on you because of the Goku. And him being the big problem with him is he needs Rainbow Key Spheres to get his full attack, but it is almost impossible to get 5 because of how his character is built. You have a unit, let's take Intelligence, LR, Vegito. They get an additional key for every Rainbow Sphere they obtain. So if you have a path that theoretically has 5 Rainbow Spheres...
Here, hold on, I'm being yelled at. I'll be right back.
Okay. So if you have a path that theoretically has 5 Rainbow Spheres, they're going to take the 5 Rainbow Spheres because that gives them the most key. Goku does not get any kind of key up mechanic based on his 20% per orb. It's just attack. So unless you literally have the whole field changed to rainbows, or have like say 50% to where he can literally only take the 5, you're only going to get 80% of his passive. 200%, but as opposed to his 220. But his lack of defense is a big problem. He can literally get smacked around. And once he gets an easy A, I'm sure that'll be a big difference. But as of right now, this Goku is C tier at best.
Yeah, I have him in D.
And I can agree with D because 25% stun chance is probably the best thing about him. But that's 25%.
Yeah.
I can go get an SR that has the same amount of chance and probably does that. Devilman will have, but honestly, probably could perform better in a good situation. So I'm honestly fine with putting him in D too. C was at best. So sorry, Goku, you got to go to D tier.
You suck.
And now for the next one. Hey, Will, we can agree right now that since this unit doesn't have an easy A, he's going in F tier, right?
Oh yeah, totally.
Indigo
Gogeta
just got his easy A on globals, so
which I'm actually working on right now.
Well, you don't have him beat yet?
No, I actually haven't had that much time to play Dokkan this week.
All right, so if you are able to wiki, what's his setup, Will?
All right. Dokkan Wiki saves lives, people. So his leader skill is Super Int Key +3, all stats plus 130%. Extreme type Key +3, all stats plus 90%. His super attack is Soul Punisher. It raises defense for 1 turn, causes immense damage to enemy, and lowers attack and defense. His passive is a lot of stuff here. Yes. Overwhelming Radiance. Attacks effective against all types. Attack and defense plus 120%. A medium chance to stun, which is 30%. Well, a medium chance not to stun. To evade enemies' attack, including super attack. So he has a 30% chance to evade an enemy's attack, with 1 or more rainbow key spheres obtained. Plus an additional attack plus 40% with 2 or more rainbow key spheres obtained, and a high chance of performing a critical hit with 3 or more rainbow key spheres obtained.
Are you impressed, Will?
Like, just right off the bat, he's effective against all types, attack and defense plus 120. Mm-hmm. And then he gets a 30% chance to evade the enemy's attack with 1 rainbow key sphere. I think that's the biggest draw for his easy A. Is you don't have to get 5 or 6 rainbow key spheres for him to do something cool. You just need 1. Mm-hmm. And if you get another one, you get 40% more attack. And if you just so happen to get 3, you get a 50% chance to do a critical hit.
Right.
That being said, it's another sort of quote-unquote gimmicky passive, because you do have to get those 3, but 3 is a lot better than getting 5 or 6 like with the Goku we just talked about.
And another thing with him is, since he is is 1 to 3. You have an easy chance to get 1 rainbow sphere, so he typically will always... So let's take 80% of the time he has a 50% dodge chance. And this unit can get to 100k defense, and he raises it, I believe this is another one of those weird wordings, and this is not... As far as I know, this update is not in. I could be wrong, but he actually has a 30% defense raise for 1 turn. It's just, since it didn't specify the thing, this was in that weird era of not specified. So if you do that, 130,000 defense with 50% dodge chance. If you double supers, it's 160k. So you want him built with additional. Truly, the worst thing about this unit is the 50% is the chance of crit for 3 spheres. Because he's already super effective against all types. With these kind of easy A, he's at almost 20,000 attack. Okay, mine's a little... No, he's not. That's not attack. That's additional equip. He's at almost 20k attack. And that's a high number. You put him on a 170% fusion team linked up with AGL Gogeta. They have all except for 1 link. And he's able to hit and with 1 sphere, he's sitting around 3 million attack. And with the super effective against all types, it's like 4.2, I think. What he's actually hitting with. And he's hitting for 3 million damage. Which is absolutely nuts. Then you also got the chance of another 40%, and he's able to hit 4. I got him on a Dokkan mode, Will, to hit 12 million, no crit.
Good lord.
Granted, it was during link level stuff, so that's a whole... So the enemies have, like, Bubkiss stats, but still. This was him before I had any, like, truly any link levels in him. He may have been, like, 1s and 2s, and possibly a 3. Now I have him 6s and 8s. 6, 5, 8, 6, 6, 6, 5. He's the devil, Will.
Dude, and I think the biggest glow up of this EZA is the fact that they just added that defense to the original 120% attack buff.
Yeah.
So now he's not just a glass cannon. He can also take some hits.
He can. And
so you don't have to worry about, like, because before, when I would run this guy, I would be like, oh man, I really hope that he doesn't get attacked, like right here, super attack, this would literally murder me. Now, I mean, still, he's not going to be the best at defense, but you don't have to be, like, racking your brain, like, trying to figure out how to run this guy.
Exactly. And I'd say sufficient is... On the fusion team, he's sufficient because they literally get like 6 key, 5 key from links. So you never have to worry about key on a fusion team. I'm choking on a french fry. Yeah. Honestly, the way he is built, like I said, the biggest draw is that crit because you're literally adding a little bit extra damage to already a lot of damage. That's why I personally... Yeah. My Gogeta is built with 15 additional... 3 crit and 11 dodge. Which I'm still going to leave him like that. I may put a little more additional into him, but I'm going to leave the crit and dodge as it is. Just because it fits, it's fine. He hits hard enough as is.
Yeah.
But if they, instead of that 50% crit chance, they gave him like an additional attack buff or defensive buff, or I don't know, gave him a chance for another super attack, like, say, 30% chance to super. Like with Broly. Tech Super Saiyan 3 Broly, if he gets, like, 3 or more tech orbs, he gets a 30% chance to do an additional super. Had him do something like that. That one, he's going to be hitting for ludicrous numbers. It'll be defensively fine. And he's going to be very well built. Where would you put him, Will?
I put him S.
Interesting. I'm fine with him going S. Dale? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I honestly don't think you could put him lower than S.
Honestly, truly the biggest thing is I could argue A just because of rainbow spheres. There are situations where you do not get a single rainbow sphere. So that's the only situation. He'd be a high A, low S.
Yeah. Like, either way, he's, like, on that border. No matter what situation.
Yeah, he's top
Like,
10.
yeah, he's really good.
And speaking of really bad, here comes our next one. Strength Janemba.
Which, disclaimer, Global does not have his EZA, so we are going OG Strength Janemba.
Just for the sake of Dale and Will, because these guys do not pay attention to JP, Will might.
All right, I'm back.
Okay.
I had to do something very important.
We put intelligence Gogeta in S tier.
Oh, dude, trust me, that's where he belongs.
Especially after this EZA of his. That's what we spent like 3 minutes talking about the EZA. He's phenomenal. But now, Dale, do you have strength Janemba?
I think I do, and I think I have him EZA'd.
He does not have an EZA. This is strength.
Does he not?
Strength, not intelligence.
Ah.
Strength does not have an EZA, and as I was telling to them, see if you find him.
I do have him, and he's 120'd.
Well, basically, for those out there, we do not have, since these guys do not pay attention to JP or play it, we go strictly on global. So this is our global opinion. So some units out there, like the first category lead EZA, is going to be ranked a whole lot differently compared to how he would be on JP. But anyway, Dale, what strength did you know for us?
Give me a second. My my tier list is all fucked up. It's like frozen.
Oh no.
Strength Janemba. Leader skill, extreme strength, key +3, HP and attack and defense +120. Super strength key +1, HP attack and defense +50. Once again, back when they were doing he worked for both
the Neo Gods.
Both sides. Yeah. His super attack is Rakshasa's Claw, which means Demon's Claw. In I think Tamil. So
sure.
I'm actually being truthful. I think in Tamil, like the Indian culture, Rakshasa means demon.
Okay. I have no clue, so that's why I'm saying sure.
Yeah, so his super attack causes immense damage to enemy and greatly lowers defense.
Yeah.
And then passive skill, Beyond Space. Attack +80. Guard activated against all attacks. Medium chance to evade enemy's attack, including super.
And that's a 30% chance for him.
Yeah. Yeah, for medium.
So, Dale, what do you think of him? Let's right off bat.
I love him. I love him. I know he's probably not the best character, but I still love him. I love both the Super Janembas. I just love Janemba as a whole.
Okay, the unit. His kit.
The unit? Like I said, I love him. For me, I like running him. I don't know if he's a good character, but I like running him. And I could probably put him in a B or an A and be fine with it.
Will?
Sure about that one.
I love Super Janemba, but that's probably just my bias of loving bad guys more than good guys. So
I like Janemba as a character. However, as Will is probably about to say, we don't like this Janemba as a unit. Will, tell us why we don't like Janemba as a unit.
Hey, before Will tells us why we don't like Janemba as a unit, where'd y'all put Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku?
D.
D? That's where I thought he'd go.
Well, DS. Because mine, we made the joke of dog shit, so this is dog shit here. He's building up.
Am I good to go?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're good. Tell us why Janemba's no bueno.
Yes, tell us why Janembu is the best character in the game.
Well, first off, he only has an attack buff in his passive. No defense. So for a card that revolves around his guard being activated at all times, he has no addition to his defense in his passive. I don't like that.
And
that's my biggest thing.
Back in the day, that guard is good. It's basic. Okay, we say good. For those who do not know what guard is, basically it's if an AGL unit attacked a tech unit. that kind of the normal events. You take less damage. I think it's like half damage or like 40. You take 40% less damage, something around there. So that's what guard does. You take 40% less damage. Back in the day, when events were 120s, he was okay. I do not think anyone ever called him a power top tier unit. I could be wrong. I've never seen Janemba pre-EZA be called a good unit. He has a good event. That dodging is, his event.
I hate it.
His event, which has a 30% dodge chance, I think, dodges more than the 30% dodge chance unit.
80%. They tell us 30%. It's 80%.
It definitely feels like 90%.
Like.
I still remember the day I was doing it, and one of our friends, Chase, was yelling, "Dodge!"
No, he was saying yeet.
Yeah, he was saying yeet, and fucking Janemba would just dodge.
Every yeet.
Just yeet. Every single yeet.
Okay, so I personally, with that attack, he's okay. He can still hit somewhat decent numbers. Not the best. He's outshined. I could probably go get a higher attack stat from, let's take full power Frieza.
Of course, you can get a higher attack stat from full power Frieza.
Well, that's the thing. Full power Frieza pre-EZA could outdamage this unit. So after EZA, he's still outdamaging him. Janemba just does not...
Because Frieza full power is an absolute unit. He's built different.
Because he gets attack on super. So basically, you want to have support beforehand. That way it's 120% plus everything on top of what his actual stat is. So he's like Broly. You want support beforehand. That's why Super Saiyan 4 Broly is such a hard hitter when he's linked up with Vegito. Anyway, basically what Will's saying, lack of defense. Though he guards, lack of defense makes him lackluster. Makes him not as good. You do not want to take him to a Super Battle Road. Old ones, can perform, let's say 50-50, it's a coin flip. Later ones, you do not want to take him. Legendary Goku event, you don't. Infinite Dragon Ball history, that 30% dodge chance is going to be your best friend if it activates. But him not having any natural... It's a 30% if. It's like the dot of an eye. That's how much, just the line of an eye. Whatever. But I would not put him... His attack is, like I said, fine. I would not put him anything higher than a C.
When later on, when we get talking about the transforming Goku, Frieza, and Vegeta, man, I could talk years about them.
So yeah, well,
tell you what,
and that's even I said in the last one. For those who may have just clicked onto this one, welcome. Thank you for listening to our Dokkan When. It means a lot to us that you even spend time of your day to listen to us idiots. But I lost my train of thought. Oh, Dale probably plays later on. So for probably let's say year 3. Intelligence, Vegito, and Physical Gogeta. He'll have a little more knowledge. Not as much, but have more knowledge. So this is mostly
That's when... Yeah, like, where we're at now is when I started to peter off. Like, or where we've been is where I started to peter off.
Yes. And Will has played it, and so that's why it's him and me having conversation. It's not that Dale's not some person that we picked up off the street, hey, we need a third. He knows stuff about the game. He just knows stuff about the later years of the game. And as far as...
this is like... I'm like Full House the later years, where like you go back and the 2 main guys are dead, but the girls are there like, man, we missed the guys.
Oh, or like Grey's Anatomy. You're someone who stopped in after season 10 and has no clue what's going on because everybody's dead. Grey's Anatomy in a nutshell, everybody.
Or like Walking Dead, and you left when you thought it was getting really bad. Except instead of like Walking Dead, where I haven't returned because that show is a big poop pile, I'm back.
Screw your zodiac sign. At what point did you stop watching The Walking Dead?
Yeah, I'll tell you. Season 4.
Since I was still following the graphic novel, I think I stopped petered around season 9. I'm not going to say what it is in case someone out there, but anyway, I'd have him as a C just because he's not good. Even past EZA, I'll say this for those who don't know, I'd put him at most a B past EZA. But Are we guys fine with C or D? What do you guys think?
I'd be fine with a C.
Will?
We can go see.
Okay. Janemba, we're being nice. We're being gracious. You go to the sea. And drown. Alright, Will. Do you have this unit? Super Saiyan 3 Phi Tanks?
I do.
Bueno!
So this is the super physical Super Saiyan 3 Go Tanks.
That just got an
Sorry,
EZA
I had
over
a
on
stroke.
That just got an EZA over on JP, and man, is he good! But this is pre-EZA.
This is pre-EZA. So his leader skill is super physical type key plus 3, all stats plus 120%, extreme type key plus 1, and all stats plus 50%. He has 3 different super attacks, just like his predecessor. His first super attack, which is 9 to 10 key, is Galgun Donut, and it causes immense damage to enemy and greatly lowers defense. His second, which is an 11 key super attack, is Charging Ultra Boo Boo Volleyball. Massively raises attack for 1 turn and causes immense damage to enemy. And his final super attack, which is a 12 key super attack, is Life Risking Blow. Causes immense damage to enemy and raises attack for 1 turn. And his passive, Ultra Super Saiyan, attack plus 120%, plus an additional attack plus 60%, and defense minus 30% for 7 turns from start of turn.
I forgot. Virus and I, for those who don't know, Virus and I, he's another one in our group, has started Dokkan What? We just talked about Super Saiyan 3 Go Tanks as EZA. This isn't him EZA'd, but obviously. But, we were talking, I thought it was a typo whenever it said charging Boo Boo Volleyball. I didn't realize it was actually charging Boo Boo Volleyball. This whole time I thought it was charging Boo Volleyball.
No.
Gotta
No,
love
it's boo boo. Because it'll give you a boo boo.
Yeah, it gives the enemies a big boo boo.
Yeah.
But anyway, Will, what do you think about him?
All I have to say is defense minus 30% for 7 turns.
We got to look past the defense, Will. You got to look at the whole unit. You can't look at a basketball team as your basketball person. You can't look at a basketball team and judge it by one player.
So
I mean, you sure can.
not really. So he does have attack plus 120%. And
We all know that any team that LeBron is on, or Kobe, when he was still with us, was going to be good.
Kobe. But he also has attack plus 60% and defense minus 30% for 7 turns from start of turn.
There you go, Will. Now, looking at his whole kit, what do you think?
He's gonna have for 7 turns. Yeah, he's gonna have attack plus 180%. Cool, calm, collected, whatever. Defense minus 30% with no defense buff at all. Defense minus 30%.
Right.
So it's just not good.
Oh, I'm not saying you're wrong. I just wanted to make sure you didn't count. Literally look at him and it's like, this is one little part. I'm going to pull out this one hair I don't like. Dale, what do you think? Don't you have him?
I do have him, and I was using him for a little bit.
Okay, what do you think of him, since you have used him?
For Go Tanks?
Yeah.
I like him. I only have him at 120.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Because that's all there is on Global.
Is there? Okay, I thought there was a Go Tanks that had a...
Super Saiyan 2 Phi Tanks has an EZA. And Super Saiyan 3 Tech Go Tanks has an EZA. Super Saiyan 2 Strength Go Tanks also has an EZA.
Yeah, but Phi Tanks doesn't.
Not this Phi Tanks.
Except on JP.
Yeah. I like him. That's about as much as I like him. I like using him. He's fun. I don't particularly probably use him on the best team, but he's fun.
He runs him on the youth. He runs him and only hit Go Tanks on the youth. But
no, I was running him in a fusion team, but he really doesn't. He doesn't add much to a fusion team.
You need him to be linked up with the Super Saiyan 2 Phi Tanks, and those two are pretty good, and it's really easy to get him as 11 key super. Which is the best thing you want to get for him? Gotenks here!
Yeah, and I used him on Final Trump Card for a little bit when I didn't have room for a better character.
You are pity. I pity you. Die! But, okay, Gotenks, we are going to talk about the whole situation. Will made a good point that 30% minus defense on a unit that has no built-in defense, he is more of a glass cannon than anything we've actually talked about so far. Like, even Super Saiyan 4 Goku is more of a tank, there's more defensive than this Gotenks, because he at least does something with his super attack where he raises defense. Yeah, none of his stuff raises defense, just raises attack, so he has no sort of defensive raise. So, defensively, he is on the lower end. He is an F. He naturally probably has the second worst defense of all the units in the game. Just because he lowers lowers defense that has no kind of buff. His attack is what kept him relevant. He's able to still hit 3 million. If you have him heavily supported, I've done this once just out of curiosity, I got him to right around a 4.9. I think it was like 4.86, but little less than 5 million.
That's probably with heavy support.
Majin Buu Saga Physical TN, Physical Kid Buu, and the 30% World Tournament Announcer on Majin Buu Saga team with the Bardock. This is literally just me screwing around, making a team with the Bardock.
Man, I couldn't tell.
It's literally saying how high can he get with Bardock's active skill. The Bardock and Gine card that adds 22% attack for a turn. He literally was. This is the most unrealistic thing, but he's able to hit close to a 5 million on a situation like this. So offensively, he is. That's the only thing that's kept him sort of relevant. But I'm not going to say he is good. And now, I would put him at
I said he's a fun character, not a good character.
No, I know. I'm not saying he's not fun. The fact that he has 3 different supers is fun. But you want to get his 11 key, and unless you have him, if you have him on a fusion team, that is nearly impossible unless you have him linked up with another Gotenks. But I'd probably put him in a C. Global Gotenks. Will?
I put him at a D, personally.
I mean, I could see him as a D. I could see him at it just because of his thing. But the only thing I was keeping him at a C is the fact of how hard he can hit. Because on a normal team, he's close. I have him right around a 2.8 on a normal, non-supported team.
If you put him on an unrealistic, unsustainable team, he can hit hard.
Exactly. Every unit can. So that's the only reason I'm putting him a C, is because his offense is what's kept him sort of alive all this time.
Dale, you're the deciding factor.
I'd say C, because he can hit. He can hit really hard, even on a non-supported team.
Yeah, offensively, he aged well. Just overall around, he's not. So, Gotenks goes to C. And speaking of aging terribly, Dale, do you have this unit? I know you like Broly.
Super Saiyan 3 Broly?
No, you don't have him easy aid.
I don't, but I have him 120'd.
Okay, well, do you have Super Saiyan 3 Broly easy aid?
I've got Dokkan Wiki.
Okay, Dale, let's go this. We're gonna have a little bit of fun with this beforehand. Dale, tell us the stats of Tell us Broly's passive before easy aid. Just his passive, please.
Attack plus 100, and attack plus 12 and defense minus 10 for every key sphere obtained.
Will?
So,
what's his new kit, please?
His whole thing?
Yes, I just wanted to. We just had to get that out of the way. That way, people can kind of see what he aged up from before we start.
Okay,
talking.
So His leader skill is Extreme Tech type Key plus 3, all stats plus 130%. Super type Key plus 3, all stats plus 90%. His super attack is Gigantic Omega, and it causes immense damage to the enemy and massively lowers defense, which is 80%.
Is it 80?
That's what it says. 80 for 3 turns. And then passive attack and defense plus 120, plus an additional attack plus 12, but defense minus 6% per key sphere obtained. Medium chance of launching an additional super attack with 3 or more tech key spheres obtained.
So, did he get a glow up compared to what he did?
Yes and no.
Here's okay. We talked about the Broly losing 10% defense per orb obtained. Broly was the worst defensive unit in the game. You could literally zero out his defense. And as someone who was working on some link levels for him, I got him zeroed out defense numerous times. And on an event that I was doing, I was telling Will I got into Gogeta to do a 12 million Dokkan mode while I was doing some link leveling against Cybermen. Those Cybermen hit this Broly for 40,000 damage on a super. And these guys have, I think, an attack set of like, say, 15k, which is not a lot. So now, though he lowers defense, it's some weird percentage. Like it's 6%. Like if he has 100k defense, he loses 6%. What is that? That's if he has 100 defense, he loses 6%. He loses 6% of 100, and then he loses another 60% of 94. And instead of it just being all the way 6% of 100 all the time, it's just lower numbers. So he at least has defense now. But he is Bubkiss in defense still. That defensive lowering is the worst thing Dokkan has ever done and for a unit and building a unit, trying to.
That is a veritable orgy of butts.
Am I wrong?
You aren't.
I can go slap this man. He's going to tower above me by like 15 feet, but I can slap him because of his lack of defense, and I'm going to kill him.
I dare you to find a real-life Broly and slap him. I dare you.
Go find the mountain from Game of Thrones and put green hair on him.
Oh, God. I mean, he would make a good Broly. Have you seen that man?
Yeah.
That man is like a goddamn Greek god.
But anyway.
Like, if we were to look for a real-life Hercules, it would be him.
Yeah. That'd be Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Mm-mm.
In his prime.
Now, prime? Yes.
Because he even...
Nowadays... No.
Because Arnold actually played Hercules in an old movie, like a second movie he ever did. But anyway, Broly.
Yeah, he played Hercules and Conan the Barbarian.
Yeah.
Two of the most amazing people in the world.
Exactly. But anyway, Broly is not a very well-built unit. He can hit hard, but he's another one of these, he gets hit hard back. He can hit 4 million attack, up to 4 million attack stat on super attack, up to 3 times per turn if you can get the... numerous tech orbs, but him having tech only is kind of a downfall. If it was any orb, he'd be a lot better than what he would be because he'd have a better chance of him doing upwards of 3 supers, at least 2 every other turn. Let's say that just every other turn he does another 2 supers. And massive lowering defense. That's a big thing. I didn't realize it was 80. I thought it was 70. No, I thought it was 80.
Yeah,
That's
what Dokkan Wiki says.
So if Dokkan Wiki is wrong, it's not our fault. It's Dokkan Wiki.
Damn you, Dokkan.
So, where do you think he goes?
We're going to let Dale, because Dale's the Broly fanatic. Dale.
As much as I love Broly, this Broly is not a good Broly. This is, in fact, a bad Broly.
Mm-hmm.
How bad?
D-Ref.
Ooh, I feel like that hurt Dale on the inside.
It did, but that's where he belongs.
Oh, and you're
This
not
is a
wrong.
bad Broly.
You are not wrong. I would say his offense keeps him up, but the fact that he still gives up defense for offense, offensively, he'd be an S. But you got to factor in his defense, and oh no, he doesn't have a whole lot of teams. He's on 3 teams.
I'm putting him at an F.
I put him at an F.
As much as it hurts me, that's where he belongs.
Can we get an F in chat for a 15-foot muscle boy that has 15 foot of hair too?
I would, but I'm in WoW.
Oh. All right. And now that we're in WoW factors now, Will, we get to talk about our first... We got to talk about our first category lead that happened in Global. Actually, it wasn't a category lead at the time, but our first set of category leads. Will, read him as he came out in Global, please.
Okay, as he came out in Global.
Yes.
Super attack greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn and causes immense damage to enemy.
You skipped his
Passive.
You skipped his leader skill.
I know. Dude, I still can't believe that was a thing. It's mind-boggling. Like,
yeah, I know. For those who do not know, Gogeta, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and Physical Omega Shenron were released as were the 150 million download celebration of that, or 200, right around there. They were released to Global with a to-be-released leader skill.
Like, to be released.
Not even half the leader skill. Like, it was to be released. These units sat in people's boxes, only being able to be ran on a tech team, because before categories you could literally only run Neo God leads. So he's sitting there with to be released leader skill. Same for the Omega, but okay. And then he got a leader skill. Will, what is his leader skill?
Oh my gosh, his leader skill. Literally, the first category leaders, fusion category, key +3 in all stats plus 150%, or tech type key +3, and then all stats +50. Super attack greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn and causes immense damage to the enemy.
Is that 70
His
or 50?
passive, that is 50.
Okay.
A passive skill is attack plus 120%, extreme class enemies attack and defense minus 20%, and a great chance, which is 70%, of evading enemies' super attack and countering with tremendous power.
And with that right there, we have our case of a good unit. A unit that came out bad, but was a good unit, even from these bad beginnings.
Mm-hmm.
I got him and Omega before they got the lead. No, I didn't get Omega until way later. But, Gogeta, I ran on the Super Tech team, led under the Goku, the DS ranked Goku. And,
yeah.
He is, yeah, you know what. Will, what do you think of him? We'll go, since Dale, I think, has ran Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, so he actually at least has some kind of insight on this unit.
Dale has ran Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta a lot.
Okay.
So, back in the day, this was the guy. Like, literally, this was the unit when he finally got his leader skill.
In fact, you could call him G Unit.
Yeah. Now, he's still viable. The only thing that holds him back nowadays, every unit has a defense buff. Like, back then, not every unit had a defense buff, like, just built into their passive, but now every unit does. So that's like the big thing that holds him back.
I wonder how many people will get what I just said with G Unit. Do y'all even know who G Unit is?
I know William Birkin has G virus.
No, it's... Don't worry, you'll understand when you're older.
Well, what do you think of the? So we'll talk about the thing, but Dale, what do you think of the Gogeta? Since you have ran him before.
I love him. I personally think he's a very good unit.
I will agree to that. He has 70% counter super counter chance, which immediately puts him high up. Granted, because you put him in an event. Let's take Metal Cooler event, just as an example there, because you at one stage you take on 5 Metal Coolers. If each one of them supers against this Gogeta, you have a very high chance of that 70% of him countering every single one. And 70% happens a lot more frequently than you think. Just because intelligence UI has 70% does not mean it's low. You're just unlucky. He has very good chances. And that's one keeps him top tier. His super attack greatly raises up to 50%. Attack, he's fine. He's still able to hit like 4 million attack stats on the fusion team, which is nuts considering how old this unit is. And
it's nuts.
Yeah. And he also has a debuff in him too, so that's another fun thing. We know, and it's this debuff and is extreme class. I thought it was all enemies, but extreme class enemies. Yeah. And so, like Will said, his biggest drawback is his defense if he gets hit first. After he supers, he's as opposed to being taken 10,000, he'll be taken about 4. And if he double supers, he'll be taken close to double digits.
Yeah.
So I could personally put him at a B rank, just because he's like right in the middle.
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
So B for Gogeta?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Gogeta, welcome to B. And like I said, he's eventually going to get an easy A, and he's probably going to go up to an S. Just with that 70% counter chance, he's immediately going to go up to an S. At least he'd be an A. He'd be in top 5 units. TURs anyways. Easy A's. And TUR, because he's still technically a TUR, just a little stronger TUR. But he's good. I really wish he had like at least 50% defense naturally, or heck 60, because he gives himself 120. Yeah, gives himself 60% defense. He'd be 10 times better. He'd be A rank without a doubt. But oh well. Now we can hop into our other one that came out on Global. Dale, do you have physical Omega Shenron?
I do.
Okay, tell us about him.
All right, so super attack is causes immense damage to enemy and lowers defense. I'm gonna do his leader skill last because it came out last.
Yeah.
Attack plus 120 to all enemies, and attack and defense minus 20. Yeah. All enemies attack and defense minus 20%. Launches an additional attack, which has a chance to become a super attack. And then his leader skill is Shadow Dragon Saga category. They get key plus 3 and all stats plus 150, or physical type key plus 3 and all stats plus 50%. So, just basically a Gogeta, but Omega Shenron.
A worse Gogeta. Have you ran him?
Worse Gogeta.
Have you ran him or no?
No, I have not.
Okay, so Will. Have you ran him?
Back in the day.
Okay,
not recently.
Well, I just so you at least kind of know what you're getting with this unit.
Yeah.
So, from what you remember, tell me what you remember about not Gogeta, Omega.
From what I remember, it was pretty good. Wasn't as good as Gogeta, but also that was just because the fact that his category was not as good as Gogeta's.
Yep.
So that's another thing that held him back. But the unit itself was still pretty good. Like it was really good back then. Now, I don't know.
Well, I guess it's a good thing I've gone through and done a lot of testing. Omega here is built very similar to Gogeta. The big difference is Gogeta has 70% counter chance. Omega here has, I think, it's 20% to launch an additional super attack. Is that 20%?
Yeah.
I think it is.
Dokkan Wiki says 10.
10? Okay.
I don't know if that's right.
I mean, it doesn't have anything, so we don't know all of them. Chance maybe thing like, you know. Oh, we know ultra rare chance is 1%. That's kind of what we know, and that's Devilman. But
Fucking Devilman, baby.
okay. The big thing with this, we do talk a lot about defense, and I'm sure someone out there or people out there is like, you can't just go based on defense. Nowadays, you have to go based on defense. If a unit has no defense, they cannot last long in an event. Doesn't matter how hard they hit. If they hit you, you're dead. Doesn't matter if you hit them and they're dead. If you get hit, if that thing gets hit, they no bueno. So Omega here, since he does not raise defense on Super like the Gogeta, he has much less defense. And his best buddy is Sin, which they make a very good pair. But his lack of defense is truly his biggest hindrance because he has nothing built in. He greatly lowers defense, which is good. But he needs more to him. He needed some sort of defensive thing to him, or at least like a guard or something. Because of this, I'm going to upset some people because Omega still... Some people like talking about Omega. I would have to put him at a C rank tier.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
And then, one of my favorites. I got this one. I love this unit. Next is...
No, too bad I want him.
No.
Too bad I want him.
The delayed no. Super Saiyan...
Hey, Hayden. Dibs.
You read Omega.
Yeah, but I can call dibs at any time.
Super Saiyan, I called dibs on Bardock then. Super Saiyan...
I said dibs. I said dibs already. You can't out dibs my dibs.
Yeah, I can. This is my podcast.
You can't out dibs a dibs, though. That's just man code.
Super Saiyan 3 Bardock. One of my personal favorite category units. Just overall personal favorite category. I love Bardock. Bardock is my second favorite Dragon Ball character. Only behind Future Gohan, and I'm fine with that. He is a Super Saiyan 3 category. This is where numbers start to get a little different. He is 3 key HP plus 130% with attack and defense plus 170, and he's a 3 key 90% super int sublead. His super attack is cause immense damage to enemy with 30% chance to seal super attack. He gives himself attack and defense plus 100% when performing a super attack, and if you fall below 70% HP, he becomes a 40% attack support. Bardock here, honestly, out of all the units that I was amazed at how they perform, Bardock has probably performed the best. Not the best. He's one of the best ones that's performed out of these older units compared to everybody else. Like, offensively, he's still hitting like 3 million attack stats on Goku Family and Super Saiyan 3 teams, linked up with other units, and then add support in there too. He's nuts. The fact that he gets everything after super attack, one, makes him hit harder, but two, also makes him very squeamish if he gets hit first, because he has no kind of defense built in. 30% seal chance. Phenomenal. It happens a lot more. That's 30%. It happens more than you'd think, just because it's 30%. It's less than every third time, but Dokkan seems like those like 1 every 3, and those 1 out of 3 happen 9 out of every 10.
60% of the time, it works 100% of the time.
Exactly. This is Dokkan math. And then you add in his 40% support. This Bardock is able to hit ludicrous numbers. and he's defensively fine. If you have him in the second slot, he's defensively going to be fine unless he gets supered by some like Super Battle Road or Legendary Goku event or Infinite Dragon Ball History. Because unless you have a unit that's been stacking defense for 15 plus turns, they're going to be taking a lot of damage. But before I say my ranking, what do you two think of him? Will?
I have used him sparsely, but when I did use him, he was really good. I don't know. I think I could put him B or A.
Dale?
I don't use Braddock, so
Brad. Freaking Braddock.
Brad.
Yeah,
Sup?
Brad.
I'm Brad. Okay.
Yeah, I don't use Bardock, so I don't have a dog in the fight.
Okay. Originally, whenever I first did this, maybe I've told these two, I made a tier list beforehand of what I originally thought, and I'm going to compare this to the final thing of how I placed units, and then I'm going to do my own little special thing talking about it, like, you know. But Bardock, I have to put it at an A, because he's offensively fine. Defensively, he's not bad. He's still good after he supers. His 40% support is probably the best thing about him. So I would put him at an A. I guess
I'm good with an A.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. For a second,
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good with Braddock going at an A.
Yeah. There you go, Bardock.
Dale,
Okay.
I'm gonna kill you.
You know, we can kill him like we're about to kill this next unit. Will, do you have strength?
I mean, y'all can try to kill me. I am unkillable.
I'm gonna be honest. I was so uninterested in him. I pulled a Dale on this one. I have done nothing with this card, but Dokkan Wiki saves the day.
Which Gohan is this?
Strength
This is
Ultimate
the-
Gohan.
Yep, the Hybrid Saiyans category leader.
You can hear the fun in Dale's voice.
Because I had to get him to fucking do one of the easy A's.
Oh yeah,
So-
it was I can't remember the hybrid. Broly.
Yeah.
Okay, read
Yeah,
them
and
out for us,
I
Will.
hated using him.
So his leader skill is Hybrid Saiyans category key +3, HP and defense plus 170%, attack plus 130%. His super attack, Burst Rush, raises attack and causes immense damage to enemy.
This is a stacking
It's
unit for some out there. It says raises attack. It doesn't say for one turn. Sorry to cut you off, Will, but this is just a little.
It's all good.
But he raises attack infinitely. So basically, the more you use him, the more super attacks you get, the harder he's going to be hitting. But I think it's 20%. Anyway.
Yeah, it's 30% apparently.
Mm.
But attack.
Yeah, Hayden, God.
Attack plus 120%, and medium chance to guard all attacks, which that is a 30% chance, and defense plus 50% for all superclass allies.
So who wants to go first on slaughtering this unit?
Dale.
Yeah, let's just start with the fact that he is a horrible lead. Let's just go with that.
Yeah,
Let's start off with that. I mean,
he's defensive.
what is it?
170%
Yeah,
attack and defense, 132 attack.
Yeah,
HP.
like I don't. He falls short no matter what you're doing with him. I have never had a good run with this character. Never.
Mm-mm.
Not even on a Hybrid Saiyans team does this man have a good run. Like comparing him to any other character would be like asking a fish to climb a tree compared to a squirrel. That's what it's like with this character.
I like the comparison.
Yeah, he's garbage.
Okay.
That's all he is. It is such a slog to use him inside of even his own team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Will, your turn.
So, going through his whole thing, like you look at the leader skill and you're like, oh, okay. That's fine. And you look at the super, and you're like, he infinitely raises attack? Okay, I'm liking this. And then you look at the passive, and you're like,
Hmm?
I don't know about this one.
I don't know about that, boss. Seems pretty good
Like,
to me.
also like Strength Janemba. He's built around having his guard up with no inherent defense buff just built in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I don't know about that one.
And, okay. One of the big things... Do you have anything else to add to him, or is it my turn to slaughter this poor...
No, you're good to go.
To slaughter this poor man's...
Firing range, bro.
Let me pause...
Hayden, this is the adult Gohan you like, right?
Let me pause Kingdom Hearts. I'm playing Kingdom Hearts in the background. Let me pause this so I can hark on this unit.
Of course he is.
I haven't played in a few years. I wanted to play through it again. But,
You haven't played in a few months, maybe.
No, I have not. This is Birth by Sleep. I have not played Birth by Sleep in 2 years.
Birth by Sleep is a very good one. I will give it to... I will...
Birth by Sleep is my favorite story. But anyway.
I'm thinking of this right. That is the one with Terra, right?
Terra, Aqua, and Ven. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Origins.
I really like that one.
Okay. Gohan here is unique to say the is that the best way to say it? Unique? Gohan has no ki. Let's see. That is a one.
Yeah.
No, he has. Let's see. As of right now, he has. Okay, if you have Shocking Speed and Saiyan Lineage, which a lot of these Gohans do have, Shocking Speed. Later units have Shocking Speed, but not everybody had Shocking Speed when this unit came out. So that was a big downfall because you could only get him with one ki on his team. Because let's see, Hybrid Saiyans. I'm looking through. There are 1, 2. This is not counting him. That you can run on team 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 Hybrid Saiyans, and some of them you don't even want to run. Because one of them is a free-to-play unit, one of them is Strength Gotenks, the base form, original Strength Gotenks. You have AGL Gotenks, and you have Physical Support Gohan. I think it's Super Saiyan 2, that's like a 3,000 attack support, I believe. That or 70% attack. A lot of these units blend in my head, it's hard to tell. But so he best you're getting is one ki, unless you happen to have one of those, and you don't want to keep those linked with him. His guard, which Will said was 30%, you said?
Let me check for sure. His guard is 30% chance.
Okay. That is another. This is one of those weird situations where 30% works 90% of the time, but his 30% works 1% of the time. I've ran him in the numerous times I ran him, his guard activated 4 times. And I ran him, I think, about 50 times. It activated 4 times. Someone out there is saying it's good, but I have it activated every turn. Well, it's not guaranteed to happen every turn, so that limits this unit severely. Because he has no defense except for that 50% support, and Zamasu is another situation where not good because of that. And he doesn't have that. His 50% support, you keep him as a floater, he's doing good. He's making sure everybody tanks really well. That's what I personally have used him for, is as a floater, not offensively. And Dale was even saying on his teams, until the new Tech Ultimate Gohan came out that we're going to probably talk about in part 3 of this, you would not want to use this Gohan unless he's linked up with him, just because he's not good. He's not built in a very sound, fluid way. As opposed to, I could look at Buhan. Buhan is built, the old Intelligence Buhan is built more fluidly and more sound than this Gohan. I forgot his name because that's how useless he is.
Just like Monica Lewinsky said about Bill Clinton, he leaves a bad taste in your mouth.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
We're allowed to make jokes. Will.
Yeah.
So truly his best thing is that if we go based on offensively, he does hit hard. I'm not saying he does not. But ki is his big thing. So if you cannot get him the ki he needs, what's the point of doing it? why give him all that attack if it's hard to get him the key unless you literally have him specifically built? Now, with on like Goku's family and stuff like that, it's a lot easier to get it because, I'm looking at, let's say, 1 Goku. That's free to play Goku, though. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
35.
7. And these are counting viables. 8, 9. So let's say at most 15 Gokus on there. Give him shocking speed, and that's fine. That's perfectly fine. But if you don't have him linked up with that, he's not getting all his keys. So he's sitting there at 7 key if you have him linked up with a key buddy, and no support. So he was not designed well. With at least if he had more key, he'd be a whole lot better than he is because he'd get more frequent supers. But what can he not get? Frequent supers. So I would have to put him. I was honestly debating between a C or a D. I refuse to put him in B just because of the guard, the lack of defense, and the lack of key. So C or D. I'll let you guys decide.
I'm good with either, so Dale.
Yeah. D.
Okay.
D.
Into D rank you go, Gohan.
Yep. Where you belong.
Yeah, it's a shame they've done this to the Gohan. Right now we're 2 for 2 on Gohan's being in the D rank.
Yeah.
Next is the Resurrected Warriors lead. A very fun team.
A very good character. I love him.
Will, do you have him?
Let me check. I think I have him.
Wait, who? No, who
I don't know.
Who read off Gohan?
Will.
I did.
Okay, Dale.
It was Will. I gotta say, I was ready to talk about this man.
Okay, I thought for some reason I thought I talked about it, and I guess it's just because I was sitting there basically re-going over everything. My brain just clicked. Okay, Dale, please tell us about this Golden Frieza.
All right, so this Golden Frieza. All right, stay with me here.
Okay, staying with you.
Resurrected Warriors, Category 3 plus 3, HP plus 130, attack and defense plus 170.
Yep.
Or int type key plus 3 and all stats plus 50%. So you're gonna want to run him you're gonna want him to lead a Resurrected Warriors team.
Yeah.
Cause his super attack, giant, great. I almost said giant. Great death beam causes immense damage to enemy and greatly lowers their defense. And then his passive skill is attack plus 150, defense plus 50, and superclass allies and enemies attack minus 15%. I spent a long time trying to get him.
Uh-huh.
Like, I love him. Like, Hayden, you remember me wanting him so I could do that Resurrected Warriors EZA.
Oh, Super Saiyan 3 Goku.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. Then again, I also love Freezy Pop as a character too.
Freezy
Pop is
Freezy Pop. Freezy Pop.
This Freezy Pop is a real good. We linked up on Freezy Pop damn near instantly there, Hayden, on that last Freezy Pop.
He's banana flavored Freezy Pop, so
he is. He's like banana and blueberry flavored. If you count his like little.
I was saying grape, banana and grape.
Blueberries are purple too.
No, they're blue.
Blueberries are fucking purple.
Blueberries are purple.
It's a TikTok I'm thinking of.
Someone name me a blue fruit.
Blueberries!
Blueberries! Blueberries are fucking purple!
Anyway. Boy. Okay. So, since Dale, what do you think of... You have random... what do you think of his performance?
His performance is amazing. Like, I love his performance. He knows what he does, and he does it good. Let's put it that way.
Will, what do you think?
I haven't run him that much. I haven't really used him at all, so I could not tell you.
Here, right. Will, let me form an opinion for you. He's beautiful.
Gold. Hold on. Gold is a bit gauche, but I think it'll do.
first anime character to use the word gauche, by the way.
Well,
Is that confirmed? Hold up.
I'm pretty sure it's confirmed.
Who
I've
was-
never heard another anime character say gauche.
until Black Clover.
I don't watch Black Clover.
I love Black
I need
Clover.
to, but I don't.
I relate to Asta on a spiritual level.
How do you spell gauche?
A G
Gauche.
O U C H E.
Goush.
Is
Is it CH?
I think it's
No, it might be CHE.
CHE?
like GOUCHE.
Okay.
Yeah.
Will's over there Googling. Okay, well, Will does that. We'll see. Okay, Frieza here is a good situation, is a good thing of what they should have done with some of the past units, like Omega or Gogeta, where they gave a high attack with very little defense, because he gives himself a lot of defense, and he defends, I think he's sitting around 90k. For me, I have mine close to link level 10, and I typically had him linked up with, on his best times, is around 90k. Offensively, he still hits good numbers, linked up with physical transformation Golden Frieza. And and the biggest drawback on him is his 15% superclass allies and attack minus, 15. So if you run a double lead of him, you're always going to keep one floating off, so you can have one rotation always hitting a little weaker every other turn, or every third turn for them. So that is his biggest drawback, and that is honestly fine, because Resurrected Warriors, if I go look at a Resurrected Warriors team right now, let's see, Resurrected Warriors is, where's the category? There it is. Like right offhand, if I can think of it, I'm thinking of a lot of extreme units in my head that I would run first. Like I got Golden Frieza, LR Bojack with his TUR, just because of, linking. I like Bojack. You'd have Kid Buu for a little more support. You'd have other units, possibly like Majin Vegeta, if you want to run him, or if you wanted to, you could run Metal Cooler. And they have other units like Golden Frieza. That's a lot of, and physical Golden Frieza too. That's a lot of extreme units. You can run a super version, but the team is going to be hindered. But it's very clearly, in my mind, it seems clear that they made Resurrected Warriors to be more of an extreme type team. So him lowering that, if you run it the way that I think it needs, the way I personally think it was built to be ran, he's going to perform a whole lot better, and the team's going to look better because there's more extreme units that do better as opposed to like Otherworld Warriors, which has more super types. So I would put him at an A tier.
I would too.
And since Will has no say in this, Will, we're putting him in an A tier.
Okay. Also, I couldn't find who the first anime character say gauche was, so
We'll give it to Frieza.
I guarantee you anime people have said gauche. It's a word.
We'll give it to Frieza.
Okay. Next is physical Super Vegito. A unit that escaped me for so long.
this, I can truly say this. I had this unit rainbowed before Hayden got one copy.
Yeah. And we know how many rainbow units I have, so yeah. Now I have him rainbowed, and now he just won't leave me alone. But I like Vegito, so it's fine. Okay. So, Vegito here. The bane of my existence. I put so many stones into his original banner, I could not get him. I rainbowed every other Dokkan Fest off that banner. Could not get a single Vegito. It wasn't until I think the celebration that came out with Strength Vegito, the LR Strength Vegito, the transformation one, that I actually got the final 2 dupes. And then I think it was whenever LR Year 5, I got the other ones. But Strength Physical Vegito, he is a Majin Buu Saga category. I'm going to do this right off my head. He is 130% to attack, I believe, and
Yes.
and HP and defense plus 170. So it's capable for him to have very high HP teams. If he's built like AGL, he has he gives 30% super 30% attack raise. Is it immense or supreme on super? I think Will's probably looking at him.
Immense.
Okay. And he reduces damage by 50. I know it's passive by
I'll be
heart.
right back. My den just got here.
Okay. He reduces damage by 50% normal attacks, and he gets up to 100% attack up with each attack received, and he gets 10% for each attack.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, for the people that could not keep track of that, the passive is damage received from normal attacks minus 50%, counters with tremendous power, plus an additional attack plus 10% with each attack received up to 100%.
Right. So after 10 attacks, super or normals, he's going to have his full offensive capabilities, which
Correct.
is good. And Will did have to summon that because I was going off the noggin on that one, so that's why I was going a lot quicker. But anyway, Vegito here, we like AGL Vegito. Granted, AGL Vegito was lower. Where is AGL? Oh, he's B. AGL Vegito is lower than people would have liked, I think. But some people out there could be like, fine. They're wrong, but they make sense of why they're wrong. But 50% damage is honestly fine. But anyway, the 50% damage reduction on normals is honestly a fine number. I wish he had some sort of defense to him, but that's always the case with him. But 50% damage reduction in the time was good because enemies did not hit hard enough to do ludicrous, stupid billion points of damage like they can now. And his being built up, he was hardest hitting unit or one of the top 5 hardest hitting units for I think a year or so because of his thing. Isn't that right, Will?
Yeah, I believe so.
Are we still talking about Vegito?
Yes.
Yes.
What do you think?
We're talking about Veggie Rot?
Yeah. Yosha!
I like him. What are you pshan?
Yosha.
Yeah. Yosha.
Yosha. Okay, but truly his biggest downfall is honestly his greatest power, where he gets, if he gets hit 10 times, he gets 100% attack, but he has to get hit 10 times to get 100% attack.
Mm-hmm.
That is a double-edged sword, because you put him in an event, if you have him built with crit, let's say if you have him built max crit, nowadays with equipment, that's I think like a 24 crit chance, or like 26. Like actually crit in a thing. I could be wrong in there, but it's above 22. Because my Vegito Blue, I think, is like 24 crit.
Mm-hmm.
So he's critting almost every other hit. You put him there and he'll be critting every attack. Sure, he'll be hitting harder and harder, but after 3 crits, with all this, the enemy's going to be dead. And in a short event, he's not going to be able to use that full thing. He'll get possibly 5, if he gets lucky, 6, in a normal Dokkan event. He's getting up to 60%. Take him into a long event, then he can get his 100% passive. Easy. But with it being built up like that, as opposed to not every, attack, if he was like Tech Vegito Blue, which we're about to talk about here in a second, if he was built like him, he would be a lot better because it's every attack done, because it would technically counter in the counter factor too, where every counter is an additional attack. At least in that aspect. But before we go on and ranking him, Will, what do you think of the Vegito? Tell me about your Vegito, since you had him rainbowed long before I did.
This was probably the luckiest I ever got. I rainbowed him in 3 multi-summons. And so I used him for a very long time. And I mainly ran him on the Patara team for a very long time. And he was really good. Back then, he was a very top tier unit. Today, he's still viable.
Mm-hmm.
There's better options. But, I mean, if you want to run him, he's not gonna, unless he gets supered at the wrong time, he's not gonna necessarily get you killed like some other units will.
Well, even there's no right time for this Vegito to get supered.
Yeah, but personally, I would put him B tier.
Okay. Dale?
With Vegito?
Yeah.
I would strong B tier.
I'm fine with putting him in a B tier, along with the AGL counterpart.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And speaking of counterparts, hey Will, I know you have this unit.
Oh yeah. So
Tech
this
Yosha.
this is Tech Vegito Blue. Super type allies key +3. All stats plus 120% when team includes all 5 super types. His super attack is Final Kamehameha. It raises attack and defense, which
Does it
is
count if we have the tech base Vegito or the physical Super Saiyan blue Vegito?
What do you mean?
anyway.
I mean, I've basically got him at this point, right?
Oh,
totally.
okay, I see what you mean. Okay.
And he raises attack infinitely. So every time he supers, he's gonna raise his attack by 20%. And causes immense damage to enemy. His passive, great chance to launch up to 2 additional attacks, each of which has a medium chance to become a super attack, which is a 70% chance, not 70% chance, a 70% chance to have additionals, a 30% chance for them to become a super, and then attack plus 15% with each attack performed up to 150%.
Well, he's your unit, Will. Tell us about him. What do you think?
I absolutely love this card. The only downside is that to get him to have a good defense, which he super attacks a lot, you have to get him to super a lot.
Mm-hmm.
With those additional two additional attacks that could become super attacks, I feel like it's one of the cases where it's like a 30% chance, but it's really like 80% chance because I swear every turn I get like 2 super attacks.
Must be nice.
And so for me, it's pretty easy to get that attack and defense built up.
Mm-hmm.
But just by the card itself, that's his greatest downfall. He doesn't have a just flat defense plus whatever.
He does not have any kind of generic thing to him.
Yeah.
I'd ask Dale, but he said he doesn't have them.
No, I don't.
Well, okay. Let me talk. I'll explain really quick. So, where would you put him, Will? Before I go on my spiel.
Put him A. I assume you might put him lower.
I don't know about that.
But
I don't know.
I personally just really like this card.
Okay, if we're going based
I
on
don't know about that.
if we're going based on sticker, he gets an S because his sticker is absolutely amazing.
If we're going based on sticker,
I'm looking at it right now. I have the effects sticker, and man, is it absolute the Kamehameha, the aura, it's gorgeous. But okay, Will talked about him being built up. Every attack he gets 15% attack. He was a hard hitting. I think he was actually the second or third hardest hitting unit for I think 2 years after release. And he's
something like that.
And he's a unit like Physical Vegito Blue, and we know where Physical Vegito Blue is. He's an S tier unit because of the numerous attacks, and he's a very weird thing because how you can have him built in 2 different ways, like every other unit, but there's 2 correct ways to have him built. You can have him built with more crit because he can naturally get 3 attacks, or if you want him to stack, you can have him built with more additional. Way he'll have a higher chance to get, up to a 4th super attack every turn. His stacking, if we don't say if passive is completely stacked up attack wise, he'll be sitting around like a 3 or 4 million attack stat. This is just numbers out there. It's not the exact numbers. It fluctuated very heavily based on the team he was on, but let's say 4 million on the final trump card team. He does stack, but Will said it's very RNG based. You can have some people out there that get 1 super, and then he just does 3 normals every time. So defensively, he's going to be low. Offensively, he's still going to be hitting that 4 million in the end, no matter what. But defensively, he cannot perform anywhere near what he actually can do. Unless you get super lucky. Long ago, Will and I raced in a boss rush. And not long after Gogeta Blue came out, the AGL one. I had Tech Vegito Blue linked up with AGL Gogeta Blue, and come the end of it, I had, I think, a 40% Kai support. He got close to a 300,000 defense stat, because I was taking on Harudagard. And, you know, Harudagard's a stupid unit. Stupid enemy. But,
I don't know what you're talking about. He's the best enemy in the world.
Dale, don't lie to us.
At this point, I would much rather face Harudagarn than fucking Boo.
Oh, just wait. They're going to make a true Dokkan Fest Harudagarn, and they're going to make you eat those words.
So be it.
But anyway.
I make my own destiny.
But anyway, basically, if he had truly, defensively is where he lacks. And in a hard event, if you get super unlucky, let's take Legendary Goku event. He'll be able to one-shot Goku, one-turn Goku if he gets all super attack and can crit. But if you, say, got unlucky the whole time, you get one super attack every turn, he'll be sitting at like 60,000 defense, which is going to get you murdered faster than something I'm not going to say because I am very kind and I'm not Dale. But I would put him attack-wise.
What the fuck that's supposed to mean?
I'll tell you after because I'm not going to say it on the thing. I would put him attack-wise at an A, but overall-wise, because of his RNG, I'm not going to put him at a C. I'd have to put him at a B.
Dale?
For this Goku Blue? I can't.
Vegito?
Or Vegito, yeah. I don't really...
You're the deciding factor. A or B?
B.
All right. B it is.
B for Blue. B for Vegito.
Yeah, Vegito. It's actually Veggie Rot, but okay.
I thought it was Veggie-Table.
Veggie-Table.
Veggie-Tablet.
Sophistocles.
All right, next... Well, actually...
The cousin of Well, Actually.
Or Spam Likely. But anyway, next is Extreme Strength Rose. Dale...
Spam Likely.
Ooh, delectable.
Delectable.
Anyway,
I hate you guys.
Dale, do you have Strength Rose? I don't think you do.
Nope. Like I said, I don't touch that garbage fire.
Well, I didn't know if you happen to have him summoned
No.
down.
You take that back.
I will call Goku Black a garbage fire till the day I die.
Yeah, and
Until I'm
Broly
ready
is
to
the
die.
trash character of the universe.
Hey,
That's where you're wrong, sir.
OG Broly, yes. New Broly, no.
I don't take back what I said.
You better take it back. I'll come beat
I
you
don't
with...
take back what I said.
I'll beat you with a pop socket.
Until Dale takes back what he said about Rose, I'm not taking it back.
Honestly, I like Rose as an idea, as an enemy concept, but I do not like Rose, like the Super Saiyan form. It's very lazy and tacky.
It is. It's very gauche.
It's the opposite of gauche, actually. Okay, he is like the Vegito, except for extreme types. And for this, all types, basically, you have to have AGL, Strength, Tech, Intelligence, and Physical on the team. Otherwise, his leader skill will not work. And I remember the days of people having...
Stupid.
Yeah. But he's 120, 3 key to all extreme types if you have all types on the team. He is cause immense...
123 key.
I said 3 key, 120%.
I know. To me, it sounded like he said he's 120 key types.
Yeah, he gives no attack, but 123 key.
I mean, that would be useful. You'd never want for key again in your life.
You'd never, not even LRs. Heck, not even like LR Rose. But anyway, he's okay. Super attack. He causes immense damage to enemy. Extreme class allies attack plus 30% for 1 turn after super. He is attack plus 120, extreme allies key plus 3, and defense plus 50, and superclass enemies attack and defense minus 20%. So, first off, this Rose, I originally was unimpressed with Rose. This strength Rose. His team I liked, but Rose I was unimpressed with because he came out at the time of the Tech Vegito Blue. And it's hard to match a Vegito Blue. Doesn't matter what the situation is, it's hard to match a Vegito Blue. Unless you're a Gogeta Blue. Because, he's cooler than Vegito, but that's a different argument we're going to talk about. Well, I wouldn't start this argument with two Gogeta lovers against you.
Yeah.
Okay. Rose. I originally, whenever I first had him, I had him lower ranking. He offensively is very capable of himself and supportive too. You have him linked up with Tech Zamasu. He's defensively doing fine. Is he the best? No. Omega Shenron, I think I had defend better than him on his best rotation, the strength Omega Shenron.
Mm-hmm.
But you still got to add in the support on the extreme type team. So you have him, let's say, Merge Zamasu. Let's say if we're running it under AGL Transformation Zamasu. You have Strength Zamasu. Not Strength Zamasu. Strength Goku Black. Tech Zamasu. And you can run extreme types. You run physical support Boo bio. He has some very, very good defense. And top of that with his support, he's sufficient enough that he's not ever going to be lacking in anything. Because he has good links with him. I personally would put him at an A tier. And yeah.
I can agree.
And you've ran him, Will, so I don't know what you have anything to add or not.
I've ran this guy a lot. I personally just really like Rose, like Goku Black, as a character, and so when the strength one came out, I struggled to get him, but I eventually got him, and yeah, he's underwhelming compared to the Vegito, but he's still really fun to run, really good, and the self-sufficient part of him, you don't have to worry about anything except for defense.
And now with the EZA of like Zamasu, you're never going to be he's not going to be struggling when it comes down to defense. Like
exactly.
So, Dale, do you have any input or nay?
No, I honestly believe every Goku Black is a garbage fire.
All right, so we got A. What did Will say? B and F.
No, I said A.
Oh, I thought you said B. Well, he's going A.
So
then.
F it is.
All right, next is Intelligence. LR Vegito.
Man, I don't have it. Darn it.
Don't you lie to me. I was there when you summoned him. I was there when the old word was written.
Don't quote the old words to me, witch. I was there when they were written.
Yeah. Don't quote lies to me. I was there when he was summoned. And Will got cursed because Will did the most taboo thing. But anyway, Dale, tell us about him.
All right. So, he's Patara category, key plus 3. HP and attack plus 170. Defense plus 130. Or, intelligence type key plus 3. HP attack and defense plus 90. So, run him on a Patara team.
Yeah.
His super attack outside of special fusion is Kamehameha Big Bang Attack. Causes colossal damage to enemy. His passive is attack and defense plus 120 at the start of turn. Key plus 2 in addition per rainbow sphere obtained. Perform Patara fusion when conditions are met. And then inside of his special fusion, it is called Patara Miracle. Fully recovers HP once only. Counters with tremendous power upon receiving normal attacks. Attack and defense plus 150% at the start of turn. Key plus 3 in addition per rainbow key sphere obtained. And then his super attack turns into Big Bang Attack, which causes colossal damage to enemy. So he's pretty good.
And he counters too, so yeah.
Yeah, he is a mainstay on my final trump card team.
Understandable. But so tell us about him, since you have ran him. Like, tell us honestly your overall thoughts about him.
My thoughts? He has an amazing chance to save the day if you are just having a bat. With his counter, once you get that Patara fusion off, you get all your health back. So if you're looking low and you're like, hey, I got a Patara fusion, you can get all your health back without using an item.
Right.
So if you're in, like, I don't know, say, what's one that limits items? Like the Legendary Goku event?
Infinite Dragon Ball history. It limits items.
Yeah. Yeah, Infinite Dragon Ball history. Say you don't want to use an item right then. Say you want to keep it for later on in the battle. If you've got your Patara ready, you can pop and get all your health back. You'll be fine. Now, that's probably not the best idea, but you can do it. Other than that, I mean, he's a great all-around character. His attack plus 170 and HP plus one, or HP and attack plus 170. It's really nice. And then, I mean, his defense could be better, but it's still 130.
Yeah. All right, Will?
You already know how I feel about him. I love this card. This was the team that I ran for literal years.
Yeah. I can agree with that. We ran Patara for a long time.
Veritable eons, maybe.
Like, I didn't stop. Like, I ran this until I got final trump card. Like, that's just how it is.
Fair enough.
That's just how it be some days.
And I would put him.
I would go A with him.
I would put him at an A. As much as I want to say S.
Put him.
As much as I want to say S, I think it's an A.
Let me crack my neck really quick. As I. Okay, Vegito here. Quite possibly, he's in my top 5 favorite LR units of the game. Him and the Gogeta are tied because of their kit. It just basically goes how you want to run them. Vegito here.
Or if you're like me, you run them both.
Well, I can. I've been able to.
I can.
For a long time.
Mr. Whale.
I am a beluga.
That's still a whale.
Anyway, okay. We talked earlier about the Super Saiyan 3.
Or actually, I think technically a beluga is a dolphin.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I originally called myself, was a dolphin. But anyway.
But we aren't talking semantics.
Yeah, exactly. We're not talking schematics.
I about said schematics.
Okay, we talked very briefly earlier about the rainbow thing being bad for units like Super Saiyan 3, Angel Goku. Vegito here, since he gets more ki from the rainbow, he gets 3 ki for 1 rainbow orb. So he'll actually take a whole path of rainbow. So it's easier for him to get that, because he can get 15 ki from 5 rainbow orbs as opposed to 6 purple spheres and 6 purple spheres. He is very good. He's sitting around 100. Mine's Link level 10 rainbowed, so yeah. He's sitting around 170,000 defense on Patara teams. So that is a lot of defense. He can take pretty well. The absolute big downfall of this unit is his requirements to get his transformation.
Yep.
Because maybe Dale had said it, and I'm at the end of Birth by Sleep. I was beating up Braig. You have to fall below 50% HP after the 6th turn.
Yeah.
So, if you go in a normal Dokkan event, say physical Golden Frieza, that is not a 6-turn thing. That is not a 6-turn event where you're going to be taking that kind of damage. If you do, you need to go to a different event quick.
Yeah, you're doing something wrong.
Because by that point, if you have an LR like this, you will not take a whole lot of damage. And I even griped about HP restrictions in our least favorite things in the game. And this was a big thing in it, was units like this. This unit is good as non-transformed, but they're severely held back by the fact they cannot they have to be so weak in order to transform, and it's so far in. You only... Mm-hmm. I've done it in Super Battle Road just because I got unlucky and I literally had to stall out for it. Legendary Goku event, it's easy to do it in that. Infinite Dragon Ball history, those events, it's more likely to do it. I think Dale even got it in an Easy A once. I could be wrong on that. Okay. It's possible there where they can last long, but in a normal Dokkan event, they do not perform what they can do. And when he transforms, he's a top tier unit. If it was just a transformation Vegito, he would without a doubt be S tier, I would personally think. However, if we count in the fact that if we're going based on the whole kit, I have to put this Vegito at a B.
Sheesh.
Right.
Like, just because of the full, if it were counting both of them as separate things, they'd be A. But the fact you have to go so low to get part B, that is what brings him down to a B. Is because if you have a good team, take Dale. If Dale has a good Patara team, he's never going to see Intelligence Vegito unless he forces it to happen.
I run him on the what's it called? Final Trump card, and I hardly ever see Vegeta.
Exactly. So you have a team you have a good team, you don't get the reward because your team is too good. So that is why I have to put him at a B, is because his design is terrible. And I know both of you disagree, but this is where I stand. To go from Vegito and Goku and Vegeta to Vegito puts him at a B. The units are still A rank, but the transformation is truly what brings them down.
Yes, but remember, like you said earlier, you have to look at the unit as a whole.
I am.
And as a whole unit, even before transformation, it's an A tier unit. You're picking one hair out, like you said earlier.
Well, I'm counting in the whole, I would say, because it is, if you go right there, that's half the unit. If you go based on the first half, that's half the unit.
Yes, which is an A.
It is. And it'll get to
and so if the unit, half the unit is an A, and the other half is an S, in my mind, shouldn't be lower than an A. You see what I'm saying?
Even if truly the requirement is a C rank thing. That's why I put B.
I understand what you're saying, but what I'm saying is like, if before transformation, do you agree that's an A tier unit?
In most situations, yes.
Okay, and then after transformation, I think we all agree that S tier unit.
Right.
So in my mind, it should be A, but I understand why you would put it B, because the transformation requirement is ridiculous.
And then it cuts out half.
Basically, what he's saying is, I hear you, but you're wrong.
So, I guess Dale's the deciding factor. A or B?
I said A already.
Okay.
I mean, if that's what we decide with it, I'm fine putting him in A. It's just that transformation truly is the word literally cuts out half the unit. So that's why I would drop him down. And
the transformation, they really kind of crippled these units slightly by doing that crappy transformation.
And it'll be the same argument for those upcoming units, is physical Gogeta. And I think for Will, how much longer can you go with us, brother?
I have 10 minutes.
Okay, so we may be able to get to UI. We may be able to get to Turles if we can. Or we can stop at UI.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll stop at UI. Then we'll hopefully next time finish it. We're gonna finish it in part 3.
Yes.
Anyway, okay.
All because Will.
Yeah. Will has a life outside of Dokkan. Shame on him.
I mean, so do I, but I don't let it interfere.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just saying, Will is like he's being a weak link right now.
We need to call Miles in here. We need to replace Will.
Oh yeah, yeah. Just let me know. Give me my 2 weeks notice, and that'll be good.
Okay. Physical Gogeta is like the Intelligence Vegito, except he's a fusion lead. HP attack plus 70 and defense plus 130. 5 key plus 3 stat plus 90, and he's a 3 key thing. Causes colossal damage and on normal and raises attack for 1 turn and causes mega colossal on 18. His natural passive before transformation is attack and defense plus 120 at start of turn. Oh, I have him link level 10 apparently. When did this happen?
Wow.
His first passive is built exactly like the Intelligence Vegito. Attack and defense plus 120. He gets 3 key for 1 rainbow orb. And it's his transformation. Same requirements. HP falls below 50% after 6 turns. Fully recovers the HP once. And his attacks become effective against all types. He gets 150% attack and defense at start of turn. And he gets 4 key per 1 rainbow orb. So, I don't have them all link level 10. I have a Fuse Fighter in the actual Gogeta state. So, Gogeta here. I like the Gogeta more than I like the actual Vegito. Like, post-transformation. Just because I like the super effective against all types, just because, you can get unluckies and not get crits on counters, whereas situations like this, he's always going to be hitting super hard, and the best he's going to do is hit harder. And I have the same situation. He's another one that I would personally put at B just because of the transformation requirement is truly an F thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll let these other guys talk about them.
I think just because we put Vegito in A, we also would have to put Gogeta in A.
Yeah. I mean, I was still saying
I can already see people's reactions. You put Vegito in A, but you put Gogeta in B? What is wrong?
I love your internet voice.
You sound like the witch from Minecraft. That's what her voice would sound like.
Well, every person's internet voice, you gotta either make it sound sweaty, or like they still have acne and their balls haven't.
Or you gotta have this rich and snobby, oh, this unit does this, oh. So
I can't believe you peasants put him in B.
I mean, if I was being honest, if I would be on, like I said, if it was my way, both of them would be B.
BB. I think they belong in A, but Dale, it's up to you.
So who said B and who said A?
I said B.
And this is for Gogeta.
Yeah,
the favorite characters.
Yeah, I like, and as someone who likes Gogeta, it hurts me to even put him there just because, but it's literally the transformation is the biggest downfall of the unit.
Yeah, I would say B.
And you would say A for the Vegito who has the same stuff?
So, here's the question. Are we going to move Vegito down?
Nope, because I love staying contention.
Okay.
I'm pulling my boss card. He's going down to B.
I think whatever level we put the 1 in, they have to follow. So, A or B?
Let's go A.
I pulled my boss card though.
I don't care what you pull.
Okay, so
I pull reverse Uno card.
So Hayden is pulling his one executive decision. I've already pulled mine with the AGL Vegito, so that means Dale has 1. So they are B tier.
Unless I use it, but I want to use it on someone else, so I'll put them in B.
So we're gonna upset so many people, but they truly, we're not saying the unit is bad. Like, I am not at all. They are good units, but we're counting the entire unit as a whole, and you literally lose half of the unit because of the restriction.
Don't listen to Hayden. He hates the characters.
And that's why they're link level 10, rainbowed, like that unit and that other unit, and this, 10th unit. So, now...
Who knows why you're doing that?
And now that we're done with that, we can actually hop into, very quickly, int UI. And it's Will's turn. So, Will...
So, another preface. Global does not have the easy A.
We're not getting out
So-
of this until year 6. Global.
Yeah.
Global.
Global. So, leader skill, Realm of Gods category, key +3, all stats plus 150%, or int type key +3, all stats plus 50%. His super attack is Unpolished Instinct, and it raises attack, which is raises attack by 30% endlessly, and causes immense damage to enemy. His passive, Secret Sensation, attack and defense plus 100%.
Such
And
a weird thing to call that secret sensation.
Sounds like
So
something you
weird.
would say that you... I'll make the joke after we're done.
and
I've got a secret sensation somewhere y'all don't want to know about.
oh my gosh. And he awakens when HP is 50% or below.
What does he
So
awaken into?
he awakens into Goku Ultra Instinct.
Not Mastered Ultra
his-
Instinct for you people out there. Ultra Instinct.
And so the only thing that changes is his passive, which he gets key +3, attack plus 150%, great chance, which is 70% chance to evade enemy's attack, including super attack, and disables enemy's guard, which is a fancy way for saying effective against all types.
Actually, it is not.
Well, not, but almost.
Okay.
Okay,
Here
it's close.
we talked about guard earlier. Guard means you basically you don't take extra damage. Basically, this unit will do the same amount let's say if it hit a tech unit for 100,000 damage, which it wouldn't because it's not, but it's strong to tech. So if it hit a tech unit for 100,000 damage, it can theoretically hit a physical unit for 100,000 damage too. It basically just gets rid of the type advantage. It's not super effective, it just gets rid of type advantage. Anyway, sorry, Will.
No, it's all good. So I actually want to hear what Dale thinks about this character.
About
first.
UI, a character that I haven't used. You want to know what I think about him?
Yeah, the urinary
Yeah.
infection.
Yeah, because you haven't used him.
All right, what do I think about him? Well, first off, we're going to start with I can't find him there yet. First off, what jumps out at me? Stance, whack.
Okay.
Back to this.
Anger,
Oh,
malice.
What I have played with him like a couple times, he's nice, but I don't like him. That's just me though. I've never liked the thought of, for some reason, Ultra Instinct changes what his hair looks like. So
Wait. The dude who has the hair color of every color in the rainbow. You like Super Saiyan, it turns him blonde. You like Super Saiyan 4, it adds red fur. You said you like God, it makes him red. You said you like blue, it makes him the light blue. You don't like the fact that his hair is slightly silver?
no, what I don't like is for some reason this is a transformation. For whatever reason, this is a transformation instead of like Whis and Beerus have it, where it's just like, oh, my instincts just work on their own.
This is going to go very quickly out of the thing. The reason that is, that's actually got to explain manga. There is so much power that it's the only way that the body can express it. Basically, it's a way to stop it from I think it said basically to help harness the thing is the hair color. Like how they change the hair color to go Super Saiyan. It's the same situation like that. There's so much power that it basically just doesn't flow in right, and that's why his hair turns silver.
So they're using his hair as a capacitor?
I cannot remember the exact thing, but
Oh,
okay.
that's beautiful.
Hold on.
I want my hair to be a capacitor for all the unending energy I don't have.
Okay, Will, what do you think?
I used him a lot, so I like him. I haven't used him recently, so I don't know how he holds up. But B tier.
Okay. I'm trying to see if I can figure out. I'm trying to see if I can actually find the explanation, because one of the manga chapters actually talked about it, why the real reason. And it's something, basically, it's just too powerful, and so that's what it actually is. He's just too powerful, and that's why his hair changes color. But, okay, UI.
Okay, so if he went and did Gohan's training to, like, do the... What's it called? To get his, like, awakened state, basically. Would his hair change color because he has too much power?
Possibly.
That's a future I want. I want to see Goku go through the same training that Gohan did.
Okay, whenever we're done with this, I'll send you a link to the reason, and I actually found a video that talks about it in the manga. I couldn't find the actual manga explanation just on the internet. Okay, UI here. Honestly, UI aged in a very peculiar way. His HP restriction, though 50%, someone's going to gripe that he's like, hey, it's 50%, why aren't we harking on him? He has no turn restriction. You can go into battle with 50% and he immediately transforms, and that is good. As opposed to 6 turns, transforms. So, that's a whole different beast because of that. Attack and defense was 100%. He is good in his UI sign state because of the defense aspect of it. And since this is going global only, he's only... Global. Since he's global only right now on our side, he's not an easy aid. I
don't know if anyone will get the joke I'm making, but...
I'm thinking of... Ew! Zarbon! Hold on. Gorillas. Zarbon, shut up! That's not right.
I like how you have to say gorillas to get into the voice.
Clayton.
No, that is... Someone will get it out there.
Anyway, he's more defensive in the sign state than he is in the UI, in the full Ultra Instinct. Because he loses defense for what it was, the 150, is that what it was, or 120? 150. 153 key with 70% dodge chance. Which, in my situation, I do have french fry left. Yay. He, 70% dodge.
Did he just say, I do have a french fry left? Is that what I just heard there?
No.
I'm very sure it was.
Anyway. Basically, as UI as a whole, since we're taking the whole thing into it, if it was going UI sign, he is a B rank because of offensive and defensive capabilities. He does stack, so after 15 turns, he is going to perform really well offensively, especially if you're linked up with Strength God Goku, because those two are pretty good linking buddies. And then with the full UI after transformation, he actually basically he's high B. That's where I'm going to put him. He is B rank, but high B. In short,
I can agree.
Dale, no, I don't think Dale has any attesting. So, unless he wants to pull his own executive order.
No, I'm saving it for someone special.
Well, you said you pulled the executive order on Vegito. What executive order did you pull?
You were gonna put the Vegito, the AGL original Super Vegito, in C.
Yes.
And I was like, no, I'm making an executive decision. He is not going lower than B.
Okay. We all have one executive decision on this. This is the only time we get to pull our boss cards. But
can my boss card be Exodia?
That's my boss card.
Fine, Obelisk the Tormentor.
That's better. Okay, so
or just because I have it, that nice looking blue eyes 3-headed dragon.
Which one?
I can't think of what it's called.
Alternative?
Yes.
I have him too.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. Okay. And
well,
so
aren't you special?
I am. I actually have 3 of them.
I don't think so.
I actually have 3 of them. Okay, and so we're now rearing up. You guys, can you get ready to do our single summons if you have 5 stones? If you have
I have like 30 stones.
Will.
I have 5 stones.
Okay, so since we're reaching the end of this, we're about to go do our summons, and Will, if you need to go after your summon, you can. But I have a theory I got to tell Dale about that I came up with. I'm telling Dale's theory on this. We've added now.
I can't wait to hear this.
We've added Gogeta, Intelligence Gogeta to S. We have added Intelligence Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, Intelligence Kid Buu, Super Saiyan 3 Bardock, Angel Golden Frieza Intelligence Strength Rosetta A. We have added Spirit Sword Trunks, Merge Zamasu Tech, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta Tech, Bing, Physical Super Vegito, LR Vegito, LR Gogeta, Tech Vegito Blue, and UI to B. We have added Strength, Janemba, Physical Gotenks, Physical Omega Shenron to C. We have added to Dog Shit tier, Tech Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and Strength Gohan, Ultimate Gohan. And for F tier is Super Saiyan 3 Broly.
You know, I would put those in place, but I have tried to refresh this page like 8 times and it won't work. So,
well, I can always send you a picture. You can just whenever if you need it, because I can just screenshot it.
yeah.
But anyway, so in our next one, we're gonna have one more part of this. We're going to finish it in our next part. I swear we are going to conclude this 3-part amalgamation of us saying this unit's bad, another one saying this unit's good, in the next part. So
We will finish it next part.
yes, this is from Will saying we will finish it in the next part.
You have my promise.
Okay. So, Will, why don't you start us off with our first single summon?
Alright. On the Bojack banner. Oh, a Vegeta popped up.
That's only...
And yeah, that's not gonna fuse. You can have hope though. You never know.
Trunks is hope.
And I got SR Hoi? Is that how you say it? It's STRSRHOI.
What is...
Probably Hoi.
Hoi.
What does he look like?
He's got like a red skin and he's got like gray and other light gray robes with a red like waistband and a pink scarf.
Does he look like a ninja, kinda?
Yes.
Oh, he's
Yes.
from the Wrath of the Dragon movie.
Yeah. Dragon.
Wrath of the Dragon, ballsy! Alright, Dale, your turn.
I got a Beavis.
Did you get a
Super Saiyan 2.
Okay.
Strength Nappa SR.
Oh, my turn. I got 10 stones. I'm going to count the... Also... I got this stupid freaking Trunks. Trunks has showed up every single summon all day. I got Super Saiyan Trunks and Yamcha.
Okay.
Super Saiyan 1. I got SR Raditz as my first one. Physical. Yay.
Oh, wait.
Rare... oh, wow. This rare SR Raditz has a rare chance of increasing his own defense by 100%.
What the fuck?
You gotta enjoy these SRs. They're surprisingly good. I got a full squad on the second one. I'll count my first one, so I don't know who won in this situation. I got a long Kamehameha. Oh, I got Cooler. I got Strength Cooler.
Nice.
Okay, but anyway, before we go on to our thing, Will, if you need to go, you're good to go. Thank you for being here, Will.
I can stay till the end.
Oh, then you get to hear my theory.
All right, let's hear the theory.
Okay, Dale has talked about theories of like Gohan is in a fever dream, that Hercule is dead, or is also in a fever dream.
Uh-huh.
I have a theory of what happens after the Dragon Ball continuity. Like after everybody dies and, is dead.
Mm-hmm.
The world of Chowder is Dragon Ball. The show Chowder.
What?
You have Chowder.
How?
Chowder is Goku. He is a happy personality, not the smartest. He wants everything to go his way, and he likes to eat.
I should have left.
You have Mung
I know
Dol. Mung Dol is Roshi. He is Master
Then
Roshi.
who is his wife then?
Truffles is Baba. They say they love each other, but they absolutely hate each other, no matter what. Gazpacho is King Kai. He's always telling bad jokes and is never super relevant after like one or two plot points. We have hold on, let me pause this really. How do I pause? I think it's did that work? I don't know if that worked. Did that work? That did work. Okay. Here's a Chowder Dragon Ball theory. For someone out there, I'm very, very sorry. Chowder is Goku because Goku is happy. He's not the smartest. He likes to eat. Mung Dal is Roshi. Roshi is horny. He is trying to get in every girl's pants, and that is exactly what Mung Dal does with his mustache. Schnitzel is Piccolo. Piccolo is absolutely there, and he's useful, but he hates dealing with everybody else because everybody else is kind of stupid compared to the plans he has. And he's just fed up with everybody all the time. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Truffles is Baba, which, as I said, granted, Baba is Roshi's sister. I believe that's the thing. But it's more of the situation of Truffles and Mung Dol hate each other, but they love each other. But they've never actually. But it's just a love-hate relationship. Gorgonzola is Vegeta because he is the absolute rival of Chowder throughout the series. In the same sense, anything Chowder can do, he can do better. Panini is Chi-Chi because she absolutely adores Chowder. And young Chi-Chi, after a while, adored Goku. And it ends up with them being together. Gazpacho is King Kai. I may have spelled Gazpacho wrong.
I will never understand how Goku Chi-Chi.
Anyway, Endive is Ox King.
Mm-hmm.
Because Ox King is the father of Chi-Chi, for those who do not know, and basically trained Chi-Chi very briefly. This is the same situation. Endive trained Panini, and she is built like and Endive is built like Ox King, so Ox King is not Panini, Endive. Ancho was a dog that shows up from time to time. He's basically that one character that he's always like one. He's I think he's a salesman and like a vendor. And health inspector, he is Dogmare for Dale.
Yes.
So let me poke the major hole in this argument.
Oh, I have two more.
You can't poke a hole in it. He brought Dogmare in.
I have two more.
Okay.
Ceviche, which is Panini in the show, Panini's useless assistant, is Chaozu.
Mm-hmm.
Does absolutely nothing useful for any kind of plot, and he just sits there going, wee! All the time. Says he's going to defend, but when the time comes, he is an absolute pushover and cannot do anything. And the favorite part, Chestnut. If you know Chestnut is like a 2-inch tall blue guy, is Frieza. Reincarnated. Because Chestnut always causes problems for everybody else at his own gain. He hates everybody else and is always just being super rude to him like Frieza does to the Saiyans. And he's always the one who gets the last laugh, as typically Frieza would want. And so Frieza gets his wish.
Okay.
And this is what happens whenever Dragon Ball dies and everybody is reincarnated in the Chowder universe. And those are just the ones I came up with right offhand.
So, Dragon Ball was made in 1986.
Yes.
And Chowder was made in 2007.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
They're almost exactly this timeline. I mean, look at that.
Yeah, no, this is after. This is like 400 years after they died, Will.
Oh, yeah?
This is reincarnation.
Mm-hmm. So why is there no mention of reincarnation in Chowder?
Because they've forgotten about it.
Because they don't know they were reincarnated.
Mm-hmm.
You never go into your next life knowing you are reincarnated.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Is that all you had to argue? It's like, why don't they mention reincarnation? Because they don't know.
And quick question.
Hmm.
Who made Dragon Ball? I mean, I have it right here, but
Yeah, it's Akira Toriyama.
yeah. And who made Chowder?
No idea.
Akira Toriyama.
C.H. Greenblatt.
Yeah, Akira Toriyama's pseudonym.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like Mark Twain.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what
Yeah.
Mark Twain's real name was?
Harold Fitzgerald.
So you're telling
It
me
was not Harold Fitzgerald.
you're telling me that Akira Toriyama made one of, if not the most successful anime series ever,
Yes.
decided I'm gonna make a fake alias and name myself C.H. Greenblatt
That's,
And
It
make
sounds
a-
like a fake name, doesn't
it
it?
really does.
and makes a American animated children's show on Cartoon Network, just so at the very end of everything, which is probably going to be after we die, he can say, "Oh yeah, you remember that stupid show Chowder? Yeah, Dragon Ball leads into it."
Wouldn't you do the same? That is the perfect type of chaos.
Okay, I just want to make sure we're all on the same page.
Yeah, C.H. Greenblatt is Akira Toriyama's reincarnation from the future. He came back in time.
There you go. We've got it. I was down with this the moment Hayden brought it, so you're not going to turn me away from it.
Wait, you're down whenever I brought what? You kind of cut out for a second.
Dogmare. When you brought Dogmare into it, I was 100% in.
That's the whole reason I brought Dogmare in, so I can get you on my side.
Yeah, it worked.
Well, you cannot poke a hole in my theory. You cannot. I'll patch it up with bubblegum.
Okay.
And who knows? Probably come part 3 of this, I could come up with another theory and actually continue on more and actually have a full-on theory. I suppose it's just characters that are somewhat similar. So, you guys have anything else to add before we end our episode for today?
Dogmare is the one true god.
I do not.
There's a new theory right there.
No. Anyway,
Yeah.
thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed our thing. The next part is going to be part 3. We're going to have this episode uploaded on the 16th, 15th, and we're going to finish it on the 22nd. So stay tuned for that. Stay cool and peace out, everybody.